And welcome back to Cooking with Paul, where we bring you new plated meals every week. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on a meal. I know I don't want to. Tonight, ganache with asparagus, peas, and mince. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, we have all our ingredients nicely labeled here in front of us. Asparagus, ganache, and all the other ingredients. All this came to the house, shipped by plated, free shipping, I might add, and labeled, instructions, ready to go. About 35 minute prep time and about 720 calories per serving. And there's 2 servings in here, plenty for 2 people, so well worth it at $24 total. Not a bad deal. So without further ado, let's get this open and get cooking. All right, all our ingredients are out in the open, clearly labeled: peas, mint, asparagus. You get your garlic, little things of butter, just everything is thought of, prepared, packaged nice and neatly, even a little thing of wine to add. So, all right, we got everything going. We're going to go to our step 1, which is preparing the ingredients. We're going to get these rinsed off, cut up, diced up, ready to go, and we'll be right back with you. All right, step 1 is complete. We prepared everything. We have our asparagus rinsed and cut, our peas rinsed, our onion chopped up. We're going to leave our garlic whole, and then, of course, this mint nicely diced up, and the aroma is just makes me want a mojito right now. So, very fresh mint that was sent. I love it. All right, we got our water boiling for ganache, and next we're going to move on to our pan. We got this heated up. We're going to add some olive oil. This is the start of step 2 here. Get that warm for a second. We're going to want to add our garlic and our onions, and it says here about 3 minutes, and then we're going to add our wine and reduce that. And yeah, that's step 2, easy peasy. Peas. All right, like I said, step 2, we have our olive oil heated up. We're going to add our garlic, bam, and our onions. Ooh, a little sizzle going. You give that about 3 minutes, and we'll be back to add the wine. All right, it's been 3 minutes. Our onions are looking very nice. We're going to go ahead and add our 4th cup of white wine that's provided. As you see here, we're going to drizzle that in. And then we're going to want to put that on another 2 minutes. And then on to step 3. All right, you know what that sound is. Time is up. We'll go ahead and click that off. We're going to add our nicely chopped asparagus now. And we're going to put that on for about another 3 minutes on medium heat until it's softened and bright green. And then we'll continue on through step 3. All right, timer is done again. I'm going to take that off. And now progressing right along in our step 3, we're going to add our peas that we rinsed. Let's throw that in. Bam. Toss that aside. We don't need that no more. All right, we're going to add our cracked peppercorn that they provided. Just sprinkle that around. There we go. Use about half the bag. Give that a quick stir. Add in a couple pinches of salt. And lastly, we're going to add our spinach that has been rinsed. Put that right on top. And now you're going to want to give that about a minute to wilt. And just stir that around. Be right back with you. All right, timer is done. And at that point, that'll be the last part of our step 3. You're going to want to have a big bowl and something to cover it with. So we're going to take this off the heat now. The directions call to remove the garlic, but actually I like the garlic. It's good for your health, adds a little bit of flavor, and you know, have fun with these recipes. Add a little, take a little, you know, it's all up to you and your flavor and your taste. So, I mean, just look at that beautiful green, steaming, delicious. Anyway, so we're going to take this, we're going to add it to our bowl. Make sure you get everything out. And then we're going to cover this to keep the heat in. Set this aside and be right back with step 4. All right, our step 4 now is add the ganache to the boiling water. We salted it already, and we're just going to add that in there without splashing ourselves too bad. There we go. Nicely done. Now we're going to keep that on 3 minutes, and then we're going to save about 2/3 a cup of water for later and drain the rest and set aside. So let's put 3 minutes on the timer, and we'll be right back with you. All right, our ganache is done. Another way besides the timer going off, letting us know, is you can actually see them floating to the top quite nicely, as you see coming up here. And lastly, we want to take this off. We're going to strain it, but before we strain it, we want to take about 2/3 a cup and set that aside of the boiling water. So we're going to do that, and we'll be right back. Right, moving right along, step 5. We got a pan heated up here. We're going to add our 3 little bits of butter that was provided, and we're going to want to let that melt a little. Give that a couple seconds. All right, so we're going to take our drained ganache, and we're going to add that here to our butter, and we want to get that nice and coated, like so. So be sure to stir that around. All right, we're just going to stir that around, get that butter nice and coated. Look at that. It's beautiful. All right, now that that is nice and coated, we're going to add our 2/3 cup water that we saved, and we're going to want to bring that to a boil. All right, this is looking nicely now. We're going to go ahead and add some more cracked pepper, a little of that going on. And lastly, our Parmesan that's provided. Going to toss that in, and then you're going to stir vigorously until it makes a nice smooth sauce. So it says about 2 minutes. So we're going to let this stir for about 2 minutes, and we'll be right back. As you see, that Parmesan is getting nice and melted, just mixing right in there. Look at that. It's looking beautiful. All right, 6th and final step, closer to eating. We're going to take our ganache, and we're going to go ahead and add our bowl of veggies we set aside, and we're just going to stir that right on top there. There we go. Look at that. Coming along quite nicely. And we're going to give that a couple good stirs, just mix it up, get all that flavor mixed around, and then we'll be right back to plate. Like I said, we're going to give that a good stir, get that Parmesan, mix those peas up. Oh yeah. Looking beautiful. All right, so we are now completed this plated meal, and I'm excited. We're going to turn off our heat, and as you can see, this is a good amount. That's a heavy pan, and look at that. That's 2 servings right there, plenty for 2 people. We're going to try and divide it half here and go ahead and plate that up. Ooh, look at that steam. So I'd say, there we go. That's about half. There we go. I'm going to set that back aside. And last but not least, oh, a little dripping. All right. We're going to garnish it with a little mint, and voila. There we go. Let me clean this up, and we'll be right back. Plated meal. Look at that. Beautiful. I don't know, you think it looks like the picture? I think it looks pretty darn close. I'm happy. And now, on to the taste test. And now for my favorite part of the episode, the taste test. I got my handy dandy fork here. Get a little of that, a little of that. Get some mint. Really good flavor. That mint, wow, that just tops it off. See, we get a little onion with this one. Wow, it's really flavorful. It's warm. It's hearty. It's definitely going to fill you up. And like I said, this is just one of the 2 servings, so plenty for 2 people. Comes out to about $12 per serving. So for both, $24, which is, that's less than going out to eat at a nice restaurant. So this is a gourmet meal. Takes, 25, 35 minutes. Very easy to make at home. Highly recommend it. Delish. So anyway, if you like this episode, be sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. As always, we're cooking plenty of plated meals every week, and you don't want to miss out, so be sure to subscribe. And until next time, thank you.